Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Hop Along Games Couch Co-op with me, Kirrok.
Aggro.
Macleaniac.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for being here. And we were just talking about shirts, so check this shirt out. Sorry, I have to do this.
Nacho VIP.
Nacho VIP.
VIP.
He is a streamer. Nacho Panda is his actual name. You can go on Twitch and look him up. And,
Are you a VIP?
I'm a VIP. I subscribe to him, so he sent out shirts to his
so
subscribers.
nice.
Yeah.
Do we have to do that too?
No.
If you want a shirt.
No, do we need to send out t-shirts of Hop Along
Oh.
Games to our subscribers?
It depends, I guess. If
Oh, we'd only have to
we
make
could put
about
that.
5 t-shirts. It should be good.
Yeah.
I can make those myself.
Hey, we got a little screen print going on. That's fine.
We should have a t-shirt maybe for a Patreon, like a tier,
Yeah.
like something
yeah.
higher.
Yeah.
Tier shirt.
Yeah. All right.
Tree shirt.
Nice. Nice.
None of that worked.
That might be the name of this episode. Patri shirt.
Petri shirt. It's great.
All
Sweet.
right.
What are we drinking? I'm gonna start.
I'm
starting.
drinking.
I'm
Yeah.
starting.
Oh, you're starting. Okay,
Yeah,
go
you
for
went
it,
last
go for
time.
it.
You
All
went
right,
last
yeah,
time.
yeah, right.
Did you
you're
get a
How about
chance to
I
talk about
start?
your shirt?
Okay, this
Oh
is
yeah,
my
talk
shirt,
about
guys.
your shirt. What is it?
It's
Where everyone comes to play.
so
Nintendo.
It's
New
a
York City.
it's a Nintendo shirt.
yeah. It's official too,
It
right?
might actually be invisible once the green screen effect comes in. So
Ah!
it might just be a floating head.
That is
that's
so
how,
cool.
That's how great that shirt is. She's a floating head.
I love this
it's-
episode so much.
Definitely official because it doesn't say Nintendo on.
Nintendon
not
or
not
Nintendor.
Nintendon.
Nintendor.
No, this is from my adventures in New York City a couple months ago. We stopped at the Nintendo store. That was kind of our mecca, my mecca, because I was with people who are really not fans. But
They took it on.
They took it on. They were excited about it. I got to see the Master Sword, and I bought a whole bunch of swag, and I was super, super excited. I was like a kid in a candy store, and highly recommend. I'm gonna go back. It's awesome.
So
Awesome.
actually, before you start with your beer, Macleaniac, I just want to show everyone what
Oh,
I
another
got
little
for
bit of
my
nerd
birthday
cred.
from my best
Frag
friend.
reel.
Yeah, I can't
So
wait to
good.
open this. It's loaded with a bunch of games, and apparently you can hack the crap out of it.
Yep.
Nice.
That's honestly, they should put that right on the box because that is a selling feature. I'm
Hack
telling you.
the
I'm
shit
telling
out
you.
of it.
People are honestly like, can I hack it? Can I get that it comes with 30 games. Can I put the other 160 North American NES Classic releases on it?
Oh, looking forward.
the answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Tune in next week to find out how. No, we're not going to show you
We're
how,
actually
but it's
not
out
gonna show
there.
you that.
It's out
Yeah.
there. You can find it. We don't support it,
No,
but look it up. It's cool.
go for
My
it.
shirt is I'm wearing the same thing I was last episode. I didn't think ahead, and now you're all going to think I sleep in my clothes. Judge me. Go for it. Smash that in the comments.
I judge you.
We
So
did,
enough
we
about
did
what I'm
shirts, not
wearing.
beers.
And yeah, right. So enough about what I'm wearing and more onto what I'm drinking. So I'm having a Old Tomorrow Track 85 Alt Beer Lagerdale. I was into this one because it said it won a gold medal. I don't know what it won a gold medal in, but hey, it's a gold medal beer, and I deserve it.
Nice.
So let's pop into this. Hopefully this one doesn't explode. We're good. Tastes like a gold medal beer.
What does that mean?
It's okay. I don't know. I feel like there's gold medal.
Little flakes in it.
No, I don't know. It won a gold medal in the alt beer category, and I don't know what alt beers are. And if this is my first alt beer, I would say that it's I'd give it a 7.5.
Is it light, crispy, heavy, or dark?
It's got a weird balance to it. It's actually not that highly carbonated, which is probably why it didn't explode. Yeah, and it's got some interesting. It's malty for not a dark beer. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna drink it.
Yeah. I'm going to go next. So I have High Park Brewery. It's called Across the Pond English Special Ale.
Special air in a can,
Special ale. No, it's mostly water because the first ingredient is water.
as it should be.
Yeah, true. And so this is a craft beer, and it says, please enjoy responsibly.
Well, you failed that already.
Yeah.
Oh,
look
here
at
we
that.
go. Got
Here
some,
we go.
They
got a little
meant
bit of
drink
explosion.
it on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It doesn't look like it's a dark colored beer, but it's got that. Is it really hoppy? The flavor, I guess. It's very dark.
Hoppy,
That's all I gotta
malty?
say. It's malty. There.
Malty.
Sweet.
Yeah.
The Maltese
Love it.
Falcon.
I was thirsty and I cracked one open already. And this is, I'm pretty sure, the same one that I was drinking last week. I'm just last
Yep, it
episode.
was.
Hey, same shirt, same beer.
Guys, it's like
I feel better now.
It's like we do this side like back to back.
Almost.
Kind of.
I love sours. It's the same one. It's Side Launch Brewing Company. The dry hop sour. It's great. It's great. I liked it then, and I like it now.
Go in.
Wow, this is really good. It's got that.
Oh, you
bitter.
hate it. Your tastes have changed. You had the
Mine?
same beer, but now you hate it.
No, it's
Weird.
great.
You've
I
changed.
love it.
Still
Okay,
like
no,
it.
it's
That
good.
would make
That's
sense
good.
why you're drinking it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we ready for a topic?
We're ready for a topic.
Are you ready for a topic? Everyone point. Are you ready for a topic?
Those guys? I don't
You-
know. Maybe that one. over
Right there.
That one over there.
That
yeah.
one?
You.
But that one?
That one.
I don't,
This
I don't
one?
know.
Okay, I'm going in.
Go in.
Need the magic box of questions.
Don't look.
Sorry, I only looked to make sure that we didn't forget to put questions in here.
You know, every
Keep
time
in mind, if you're watching at home, this could be your question in here.
Yes.
You can actually submit a question which will go into the box.
down below in the comments, just ask.
You can say anything you want, but I mean, it'd be nice if you
it
said
was-
something that was on topic.
In the form of a question. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, put your comments
every
in
time
here
you
too.
open this on video, I'm gonna add that little ding sound.
Yeah, we should be punching it. Okay, let's see what this says. Is everyone ready? Of course, it's the one Aggro wrote. Are you a doctor?
Do you want me to read it for you?
Your printing is exceptional.
That's
Which
the-
single-player game would you love to see as an MMO?
Ooh,
I actually like that question.
that is a great.
So
question.
I'd like to. Can we point out? Jesus.
It wasn't as dramatic as I thought it would be.
The fact that Macleaniac spent some time and wrote out a whole bunch of questions.
And Aggro
I
wrote
wrote one.
She wrote
And it's the one that came up. That's awesome.
That's my question.
That's awesome.
That's good.
It's because she deliberately folded the paper in a way that was interesting to my hand, reaching into the box.
I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain is going trying to think of one.
So my inspiration for the question,
Yeah.
because I wrote the question, is my desire to see. I'm just going to answer. Are you guys
Yep.
cool with that?
Yeah.
My desire to see this particular game, although, and I've talked about this game before, but I think for another reason, my desire to see this particular series get continued as the original series rather than kind of a rehash and kind of a North American version of it, which they've done and it's been renamed and stuff. But the original Dragon Warrior games for me, Dragon Warrior for Nintendo. So there was
Okay.
Dragon Warrior 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And then it became Dragon Quest. And I don't actually, I don't know who, like what company bought it, what company, and how that whole thing happened. But it became Dragon Quest, and then it became a little bit of a different game. And then there was like spin-offs and like, I don't know. Because there was also like the Dragon Quest Builders, I think.
Great game.
Which looks like a great game. I haven't
Yeah.
played it, but it doesn't have that essence that those first 3 games did for me. And they're such a rich, fantastical game that I think it would actually translate. I mean, they'd have to take some liberties, but I think the stories and the different characters and the different towns and the whole world, I think it would actually translate fairly well to an MMO. With all the, obviously you would have to, because it was a top-down game, you'd have to kind of redo that part of it.
Right.
But I think it would make a great MMO RPG specifically.
Interesting.
Yeah. So my answer is Dragon Warrior, the original ones.
Yeah, I guess the interesting thing about thinking that any game would work as an MMO is it has to have a good world.
Yeah.
Like can you take that one thing and blow it up in such larger proportions as to fill that space with anything meaningful, right? Like great examples of that, Warcraft. I don't even think
Yeah.
anyone thought Warcraft was a big enough world, but when
it was.
when it was an an RTS game or sorry, it was it was RTS.
Yes, it was. I have them.
I miss those games. They should make
They're
more
good games.
Do you know what your answer is, Kirrok?
No, I'm still thinking. Actually, sorry. Do you have
Yeah,
one?
no. The first one I think of is one that I had thought of previously, and we're getting closer to it with the next iteration that's on its way, which would be Fallout. You know, every Fallout game, least out of the last couple games, actually pretty well every Fallout game. They're always about a location. So Fallout New Vegas takes place, in California and the desert and Las Vegas. They have the New California Republic is a big faction in that game. They've had other ones that took place in Boston. The new one takes place in West Virginia, or at least one of the Virginias.
Yeah, it's Virginia.
I think it's West Virginia. And they've had others that take place in other places that I can't think of right now. So, like, what if you took that concept and just made it where every single vault dweller from every single vault was a real player? And they would have like all kinds of quests that took place all over. And the cool thing about that one is it's not a fictional world. It's a different interpretation of Earth, or at least of, you could make it North America and still call it Fallout World or whatever.
It's like a parallel universe almost.
Yeah.
But it's the world, but they wouldn't need to like map the whole thing because most of it's destroyed.
Right.
So like at least you could make an area where the bomb went off the most destroyed, and then you'd have areas on the outskirts that are still a little bit put together but kind of desolate and run down. They're getting closer with Fallout 76. It's the first multiplayer iteration, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, beta starts tomorrow for PC.
Is it PC or Xbox?
It's one of the two, and then it starts a little bit later for PS4. So by the time you see this episode, the beta will have happened on some consoles and potentially all of them. So I'm curious to know how that plays out.
Cool. Okay. I've been sitting here thinking, and I don't have a game that I can think of that would that I recall ever playing, sitting down and saying, "Oh, this would be amazing as an MMO." But I bet I have. I just don't have one in mind. Damn.
Well, what are some good, going back
single
to
player type
games?
games?
So what are some good single player games that you've played that have a really great world?
Tenchu MMO.
I was gonna say
Tenchu is an MMO. Actually, that might work, but it's not what would come to mind first. Man, like a lot of the reason I guess I'm having trouble is because a lot of the single player games that are great tend to have a single character that's
right.
The main character, the star of the show.
Nathan Drake.
And trying to think of making that into a MMO type world means that everyone else is just another character, not necessarily that particular character. Like I was thinking Siphon Filter. Okay. Which I've mentioned before.
It'd be a lot of operatives.
But it would be a lot of exactly what I mean. Like, so I don't know if that would work properly. Although a world where you could have like espionage and spy stuff might actually be cool. Really cool.
That'd be neat.
That might actually be really cool. So, okay, let's go with Siphon Filter because that's pretty much what it is. It was they've released like I think it was 1, 2, and 3. And then a couple on the PSP as well, which I played and finished. But interesting little tidbit. Siphon Filter 3, nothing to do with the MMO thing, was released, and it had a print with the graphics on the package in a certain way, and then they reclaimed or recalled that and reissued it because it happened that game got released so close to 9/11 that they didn't think the graphics were fit. That game, if you have it with that print's like $2,000 it's worth.
Really?
It's freaking crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
I have Siphon Filter 3, but it's not that one. It's the one that came out after. But I mean, it could work because I don't think there's any other MMO out there right now that has spy, espionage, guns. I mean, I could
Not
be
that I know
wrong.
of.
Yeah.
Well, what I like about that idea is you could have different factions that each have spies, and you would have double agents. So people that infiltrate one organization, but they're really working for the other. Like you wouldn't know who to trust. Like you could have some really interesting
That would be
layers
really
of
cool.
betrayal and espionage.
And so
whatnot.
let's say you could have roles where you're just a person that has to infiltrate, get information, and have a way to get that information to your side. But you could get caught doing that. Ooh, actually, I'm good with that.
There you go. Now you love the answer.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing.
Siphon World. Filter World. Siphon Filter World.
Siphon Filter
World of Siphon World.
World of Siphon World.
That doesn't make sense. Okay.
Siphon World. The floating head came up with a good one. It might be dark enough.
It might be
okay.
dark enough.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'll see if I can change the color.
You'll just be made of like distortion. Because it'll be close
like,
to filtering out.
pixelated,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like.
Sorry, guys.
All right. What's the next topic? Who's jumping in?
You want to go? Go. You can't play your own anymore.
That's true.
Coin box.
I actually can't reach one. Okay. Cutest game of life.
Cutest
What?
game of life.
Cutest game of life. Oh my god.
As
What-
in
what do you mean of
translation.
life?
It's an expression for like, you know.
Like cutest game ever.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got it.
Okay.
Cutest game. Ooh. Cutest game. What's the cutest game?
I have one.
I have
Okay.
one. I have one too.
Wiz Khalifa's Weed Farm.
Hey, that game's totally legal now.
It's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
there you
let's
go.
talk about it.
Okay, Cat Quest.
Cat Quest.
Yes. I think they released it for the Switch.
I think they did too.
Oh,
Yeah,
seriously?
actually, I think
they did,
Oh, I
yeah.
have to buy it for the Switch.
Yeah.
I played it. I think actually, Macleaniac, you gifted it to me. Holy crap! That game is filled with cute cat puns up to the ear. Like it, just the cutest thing. Cutest game. Cutest game. I don't even like. I'm literally. I was sitting playing with a huge shit-eating grin on my face. It was
Nice.
so cute. So cute.
What's the premise?
Yeah,
I
what
have
do you
no
do?
fucking
What do you
idea.
do?
Yeah, what?
Okay.
You're a cat.
So I'm
Yeah.
a cat, and I have to go from like world to world. I have to save another cat, I guess. I don't know. I was so overwhelmed by cuteness.
She didn't retain any of the actual objectives.
It was just, and I remember like going to, because each like you have to go into these different towns, and you talk to the king, and like it's just. The puns are just over the
Nice.
top, ridiculous. That I don't know if that I picked up on a story. To be honest with you,
Are there any characters in that game that aren't cats? Like, is there a dog? Is there a mouse? Or is it just cats on cats?
I think it's just cats on cats on cats.
Okay.
It's literally like the world with us humans, and instead of humans, they're cats.
They're all cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's trying to prevent a terrible catastrophe.
Oh. Seriously, that's what the game is. It's
Cataclysm.
all. Oh, shut up.
That's great.
That's all I got.
It's really cute if you have an opportunity, and the gameplay is actually pretty
It's fun,
decent.
yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
What kind of game is it? What category would it fit into?
Get out.
Seriously, what type of game is it though?
Is it an like
I
an
mean,
RPG?
we can just look
I
at
don't
it.
actually-
It's playing behind us.
Oh,
right
it is
now.
playing
Should we
behind us.
just look
What
at
is the name of the like what I'm drawing a blank. What's
That's
the
okay.
type of game called?
Is it-
you
it's
walk
not an
around the
RPG.
world and you well it's an
Like-
RPG.
Oh, like
yeah. It's
there's
it is yeah, okay. I would
beat
say
'em
it's a
up,
platformer.
shoot 'em up. No, not shoot 'em up.
It's a
Platformer.
platformer. I would say it's a
Okay,
platformer.
All right, that
Okay.
makes sense.
Thank you. And it's all
Nice.
cartoony. It's like and then you like with your sword you swing and kill shit.
It's like a cat
It's
with
so
a sword.
Cute.
Killing things is so cute.
When you're a cat, it's cute.
Die.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
and they,
cute.
you know, when they disappear into a puff of cute little smoke, and
Oh.
they go, "Whee!" instead of like
Yeah.
like blood spraying out. Yeah, I
It's
guess
so good.
There's a
No
difference.
blood.
So good.
No blood.
No blood.
No blood. Cats don't have blood.
Cutest game of life, Cat Quest.
Kirrok. What's
Okay,
the cutest game of life?
I got it. So this came out originally on PlayStation.
Ooh.
And they are about to re-release I believe it's a remastered version of the trilogy because there were 3 on the PlayStation. Pretty sure it's 3 on the PlayStation. It's also been on other systems.
I know what
You
I
which
don't know
one
which
I'm
I
one.
talking
think so.
It
don't know
involves
which
a purple-colored dragon,
Yeah. I'm excited to play.
Spyro.
Spyro.
Yeah.
Spyro the dragon.
Yeah.
It's a platformer. Yeah, it's a platformer, and it came out soon after I think it was Crash Bandicoot, and there's a big following for this game. There's actually a bunch of friends of mine online who love it to death, and they remember playing it, and I've watched them replay it again on stream, and I think that game defines cuteness, like super cute, because there's no violence, there's no killing, but
Other
you have
than
all
the
these
flames he shoots out of
he
his
shoots
mouth?
out flames, but you're whoever he hits with the flames, like enemy wise, they'll just poof pop away,
Right.
they disappear. You collect a whole bunch of gems, and I think the main goal is to free all the dragons who are imprisoned, and it also had that awesome voice acting that whenever you meet up with a dragon or free one of the dragons, you could tell it was adults making kid-sounding voices like, "Oh, Spyro, well, good, thank you for saving me," or whatever, right? And you'd have different dragons with funny names too. So I think that is actually that's totally kid safe game.
Oh yeah.
And I think that game is probably one of the cutest that comes to mind in that sense.
It's a good one.
Interesting note. In the game credits, the guy who worked on PS4 is in there.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Cerny.
Cerny.
Something Cerny is his name. Mark Cerny? Mark Cerny. I don't know. But yeah, he's listed in credits of the game. Huh?
Should I be looking it up right now?
Nah, it's okay.
I'm the lookup guy.
The lookup guy. And and he worked on the PS4 project. He's the guy who got the main credit for the PS4.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Spyro's such a cute game.
It
I
is.
love those
And they're going to re-release it.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
What console are they releasing it for?
I believe PS4. I
Only?
don't know if it's only for PS4 though.
Okay.
There are so many cute games. What is the cutest game of life?
What's your cutest
Like
game?
I'm having
Macleaniac?
an existential crisis over this question because I can think of so many cute games, but is it the cutest game
Right, yes.
of life?
Of life.
So that's all time.
Wasn't this your question?
It was. You would think that when I write questions, I think of answers, but I actually try not to
Right.
maintain the purity of kind of the format of the show.
answer.
I
Yeah,
do
that
not.
totally makes sense.
I don't want to think about an answer because I want to get not sidetracked, but I want to actually have to be like, instead of I thought of this 2 weeks ago.
Yep, but keep in mind, their questions are going to give us the ability to answer, right from the heart, straight, pure.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ask us something
Ask
that
us
you
questions,
think
guys.
will stump us a little and get us to think, because it
I
is
like
a challenge
thinking.
of this format to come up with an answer that you feel confidently about. It's easy to answer a question, but is it actually the cutest game of life?
Of life.
That's a lot of pressure.
Maybe one of the
okay, I'm
Disney
gonna
games?
go ahead and answer. I think I have an answer.
Yeah?
First off, there's different types of cuteness. Like there's kind of that JRPG cuteness where the characters are drawn with super big eyes and all of the characters like talk in cutesy voices and whatnot. And this particular one veers from that type of cute and into just like wholesome and cute.
There's a bunch of those for VR, but they're not geared towards kids.
How would you know?
If you subscribe on Patreon, you'll see our adults only furthering this conversation just for our Patreon members.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
You just took the topic of cuteness and
Just
totally
stomped on it.
Made it sexual.
Innocence lost. So I'm actually going to answer with an answer that I think Kirrok will resonate with, which is Mario Odyssey.
Oh, wow.
And the reason I think it's the cutest game of life is because Nintendo has this way of doing effortless cute where it doesn't go right from your throat, or for the throat, but you can look at that game and almost any single enemy you're going to fight against or any single NPC that you'll talk to or anything, they're all just really well designed in the sense that they're really approachable. They're I almost want to use the word Pixar, the way they make everything look like just really cute and
I can see that.
like a cartoon come to life. I think that it did such a good job in that game. You never feel like, so if you look at a piranha plant, now in real life, if there were a giant piranha plant and it were to bite at Kirrok, what would happen would be a bloody horrible mess. He would be completely torn to shreds. It would be everyone around him would be throwing up. It would just be the most horrific scene you can imagine. But in this game, you know that when that piranha plant, even if it reaches out and grabs Mario, he's gonna go wah, and a coin will poop out of his head and pop out of his head. There's just
wrong end.
Yeah, right. There's just no fear of dying in that game because the whole thing is set up to feel like a safe space for you to explore and experiment, and even if you
100%.
die, you just jump right back in.
Yeah.
So cutest game of life, Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I just started playing it, and I never bought it when it came out, right? And I was thinking, I don't know if I like it, this and that. I ended up getting it because it was like a used copy, a little bit cheaper. And I started playing it, and the fun aspect snuck up on me. I was not expecting it to be fun. It's freaking fun.
It's so
Yeah.
much fun.
It's so much fun. So
And it's
I'm
wholesome.
just playing. I love it.
It's wholesome, and it drags you into the world. I think the same thing that you
Yeah.
did is I played it, and like I gave it hours. Like I sat down, and I think I almost finished it.
Oh,
I guess.
okay.
Not to completion,
Right.
but like to get through the story in a few days. Like it was fairly quick, but it definitely sucked you in. I had a blast playing that. But speaking of MMOs, they should make a Mario MMO.
Nope.
I don't
Disagree.
know. Disagree?
Yeah,
It might work.
I feel like players are the most toxic thing to inject into a game.
Yeah, fair
Bringing
enough.
in the randomness of another player is
It
just
might
so
just-
sketchy.
yeah, okay.
And if Nintendo's so wholesome, like I
don't
maybe
want
they'll
that
find a
ruined.
way to do it. Maybe they will. But man, do people ruin cute things?
Well, I mean, Neopets was able to do it.
We might see bots collecting coins.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't farm gold in WoW anymore. They farm gold coins in Mario Odyssey World.
That's right.
Mario
Jesus.
Odyssey World.
Mario
Mao.
Odyssey World.
Mao.
Mao.
Playing any Mao?
Did
we
you
used
see-
to play WoW. Now we play Mao. Sweet. How do we feel
All right.
about those answers?
That was great.
good.
I love that, especially the cutesy, fun little. I love that. That was great.
You know, the interesting thing about that question too is, for cutesy games, we're adults.
Yeah.
Like a cutesy game needs to also have other things to keep our attention.
Yeah.
Like we're not just gonna be like, wee.
I
you know,
mean-
like
You said adults. I would say more like adults.
yeah, I qualify as a man baby.
Man, baby.
I mean, I have rent I pay and I have a car payment, but let's be real. I play Cat Quest.
Does she ever?
Yeah, so
What was our other question? Our other question. So it's
MMO.
cutest and
what
see
would
as
you
an
like to see as an
MMO.
MMO?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
good combination.
Love it. All right, guys. Well, if you want to have us answer questions, just like we mentioned earlier, you can put your questions in the comments. Anything. Just ask us about video games, obviously.
Even not.
even not.
Even not?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So put your questions in the comments and put your comments in the questions.
Yeah.
Ooh. If you ask something that's not about video games, we're more likely to answer it in the comment section. But if you ask anything that's about video games, it's going
Oh yeah,
in the box.
and it'll show up on the back here, just like Hamnisu did that one time.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll show you guys the question.
But we can't guarantee that your question will be in the next episode because we do draw randomly.
Yeah. Question box.
Question box.
Question box.
Also, if you want, you can follow us on Twitch. Just look up Hop Along Games. Twitch. Sorry. Yeah, we are on Twitch.
We are.
We haven't twitched yet.
Well,
But
you have.
I meant to say
You have.
Twitter. I have Twitched actually. Yeah, I have.
on the Hop Alongs
Yeah,
channel.
usually
so
I
Kirrok's gone
stream
live
on the Twitch for the Hop Along Games every Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars. Saturday.
Yeah. So,
Saturday.
Twitter is what I meant to say, but we are on Twitter. We are on YouTube. You're right here watching us.
Oh,
so-
hey.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
where'd you
hey,
guys
didn't
come
see
from?
you there.
Yeah, what's up?
We were just having a convo.
We just
We
like
always
talking.
talk facing
That's right.
somewhere else.
Yeah. One Direction.
Yeah. The band.
They're my favorite.
Really?
No.
What episode was this 18?
18.
This was 18.
18, guys.
Yeah.
Guys were old enough to drink.
In Quebec.
In
In
Canada.
Quebec.
Don't
Quebec.
drink if you're from Nebraska.
Quebec. Legal drinking age is 19.
19? Okay.
Aggro's right. Aggro's right.
Yeah. Should be like an offshoot show. Aggro's right.
These guys, we don't have enough hours in the day to talk about what I'm right about.
Tune in next week to find out what else she's right about. There's no
All right.
episode next week.
Thank you all for joining.
Thanks, guys.
Goodbye, and we'll see you again soon.
Look at Shiva over here. Oh, there's no
And
way.
cut.
You started.
Can't even see my great shirt.
It's so great.
It's a great,
What a great shirt.
Where everyone comes to play. Nintendo New York.
I was reading the shirt, guys.
Shut up.
I was just reading the shirt.